Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Pack Taste Performance. Crazy day. I just got another free snowblower right down the block from me. Beautiful machine, a little dirty. Oh, just a small world. Through the Letgo app, remember I said I was going to buy snowblowers pretty cheap? She was asking 180 bucks. And I went, she gave me the address. I'm like, holy shit, it's right down the block. I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna know what I'm gonna do. There goes my, I was gonna hear even lower. I says, there goes my, my negotiating tactics, skills, right out the door. I know what you do, blah, 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 blah. So, funny, here I am. I'm just pulling up to the house now. So, last year, I got a beautiful Troy-Bilt lawnmower for sale, and this lady comes up the driveway and says, hey, got a lawnmower? I used to put stuff out in the street. I don't do that no more. So, hey, listen, I want to buy a lawnmower. She's like, I have a big commercial grade one, but it's cumbersome to use at times, so I just want to get something smaller. Says, this one's like it was a Troy-Bilt with the MyStride, their version of Toro's Personal Pace, and it was a beautiful machine. One stick ride height control for one height, cutting height, put the joystick, it sets all four wheels. Just a really beautiful machine. It had anything and everything except electric start. I was asking 300, we agreed to 250. And she says, is it okay if I walk the machine down the block? And I just thought she was crazy, or whatever. And I says, listen, it's a hot day. He's like, would you like me to deliver it? I'm a fair person. She's like, no, I appreciate the exercise. And she looked in good shape. She was fit. And she walked down the block. I never heard from her again. So, ironically, I get to the house, and I recognize her, and she recognizes me. I kept my mouth shut, and then she says, is your name Jason? I says, yes. So now we're conversating back and forth, and she was saying that lawnmower is great until, I think when I took vacation, the lawnmower died. And they tried coming to the house, but they seen that we were redoing our driveway, which I did post videos about. So she said she didn't knock on the door or anything. So she brought it to the local repair shop, and they charged her 145 bucks to clean her carburetor and perform a tune-up. Yikes. But I understand. You have insurance, you have employees, there's a lot of variables in a business. I get it. So I says, I'm so sorry, and I just reiterated her, vacation, doing the driveway, yada, yada, yada. I says, listen, here's my phone number. Text or call me. And I was like, and because of what happened, and I'm sorry I wasn't there for you, I says, your next tune-up or service is on me, the lawnmower. And I charge 65 bucks for that. Change oil, sharpen the blade, power wash it, clean it up really nice and make sure it's good to go for the season. And she's like, excuse me? I was like, yeah. Text me, call me. And I says, it's up to you. If you want to walk the machine over or I'll come get it, you're right down the block. I was like, I will not charge you. I will service the machine and make sure you're good to go. And she's like, are you serious? It's like, yeah. It's like, you're my neighbor. You're one of my people who I sold things to. And I says, I'm sorry this happened to you. I says, 100, that's a lot of money. And I says, so, I want to make it up to you and try and eat that cost up. I'll service it for you. What's oil? Less than $2 for an oil change. Then I got to sharpen the blade. I mean, come on. You guys see what I do. It's that's peanuts. I'm not rich and I'm not poor. That's nothing. So I want to take care of her. So she was so elated with that. And then she's like, well, what are you going to do with the snowblower? She's like, how much is this thing? You going to sell this thing for like $350? I'm like, no, I'm going to sell this thing for like $5 or $6. You got to see this thing. So I told her, it's like, when I'm done with this machine, I'm not even going to recognize it. So she was like, you know what? Just take the snowblower. I'm like, excuse me? She's like, just take it. Just take it. She's like, I'm not going to use it. My neighbor's going to snowblow. And she's like, just take it. She was like, you're my neighbor. And since you want to take care of me, I'm going to take care of you. I'm like, oh my God. I said, please let me give you something. I was going to give her $100. And she didn't want nothing. So I'm like, oh, come on. I even tried $50. She didn't want nothing from me. She says just the thought of me doing something nice for her and doing the right thing makes her want to do the right thing for me. And I says, listen, whatever. I'm a little speechless. It is. Well, let's go take a look at this thing. It's gonna rain. So check this out. Can I flip this thing? Well, I'm gonna flip this thing around so we can see. So here we go. Here's this right in the center. 179cc, 24-inch snowblower. It's got some leads on it. It has light. Bonus. It's dirty, but we're gonna take care of this thing. Let's go unload this. Alright guys, here we are. So there's gonna be nothing but snow blowers. I'm gonna put that into storage. I'm gonna start a simplicity build, and we're hopefully gonna bang this out today. Now I didn't plan on banging this out at all, but I need to get this thing into storage. Yeah, so that's that. Alright, so anyway, so I got this for free. It's a pretty crazy story, pretty amazing. I'm not complaining. I'm happy. This thing should be $600 when it's all said and done. Maybe even more. There's nothing wrong with pushing it. Alright, so let's go over this machine. It's an excellent machine. No doubt about it. It has the snow throw chute. Okay. Here's a weird bit of information. The difference between a snow blower and the snow thrower is all in the chute design. This Bollins that I got, this is a snow blower. See how short it is? It's just going to blow snow wherever it goes. This has the extended chute. This is called a snow thrower, just like Arian's snow thrower. Alright, so that's your little tidbit. But, nonetheless, called a snowblower. That's what the mass calls it. Professionals or guys that are finicky like me are snow throwers. Whatever. So let's talk about this machine. Obviously, it's a 24-inch clearing path. This is their Gold Series. So the Gold Series, you get your throw chute, your light, your electric start, which is pretty common. You also have an extra stator output for something else, like heated hand grips, or you want to add another light. I'm not sure if I want to update this machine and throw some LEDs in here, like I've done in the past. I'll still think about that as I go along. Okay? 6-speed forward, 2-speed reverse. Now you always remember, you want to be blowing snow in 3. Anything past that, 4 and up is transport speed. Unless you're doing light snow, then maybe you shouldn't even be blowing snow at all. Alright, built-in shear pin holder. Those are missing, but even though I keep those in stock, remember when I bought the cheap Craftsman that I did, it came with shear pins extras. So slab those right in there. 0 dial hairs on that. Pretty cool joystick chute control. The only thing I wish they did, right, is that you can control this from back, but you can't. This is manually, adjustable. So really not a great candidate for a snow cab, because you're going to have to leave the snow cab to adjust your chute height. But if you want to put one on, more power to you. Okay. We're going to go back to the auger. The auger is serrated. 4 blades, 4 shear pins that are all still there. Alright, so that's pretty good. The serrated auger chops through thick and heavy snow and breaks up the ice if you do come across it. Plastic, my favorite. Chute housing. Compared to a higher end machine, an Arian's, you're getting all metal, baby. Nice set of tires on here. Believe it or not, I did order a set of snow chains for this. Just because it has the light, we're going to modify the impeller. It's missing your chute, your clean out tool. But since we're modifying the impeller, we're going to nullify using this. So I'm not sure. Sometimes I put them in there, sometimes I don't. We'll see. I might just pull it out and See if it might just throw like a nut and bolt in there and just to tie it up. You know, we'll see. Electric start. This is your typical Chinese engine. Overhead valve, spark plug. This thing is just sitting in this lady's shed. It's just whatever. We're gonna power wash this machine. Okay, this machine also has non-abrasive polymer skid shoes made of plastic, which is good. You don't want to mess up your driveway. And you see that? Once you're done with this side, you flip it, and you have double the extended life. Tires are not V-grooved. I really enjoy V-grooved tires, but nonetheless, these will work. And they're nice and knobby, so when I put the tire chains on here, they have a place to sit. Okay, there's your ground. And you know what? Put some gas in this thing, and let's see if this thing starts. It's the one thing we didn't do, because when we got it, I really couldn't complain. There is no gas in here. So let's see. What do you guys think? Is it a runner? Or we have to fix this thing up? Alright. Now what? Let me check the oil. It's actually clean. But we're going to convert this to oil purple. Let's see, some gas. No spill. To get this one. Now let's see if we have to clean the jet out. Remember I showed you that trick? Let's see. So we're going to have to draw out the idle jet. I'll show you how to do that. And also, I missed this. Whoops. The stickers on this machine are peeling. So we can't have that. I'm just folding up. Actually, you know, I don't even know why I'm doing this. Because I'm a moron. I really need to get better with my equipment. I can just really just unplug this thing. Alright, take two. Alright, so we're definitely going to have to drill out the jet. It goes away under load, but that's unacceptable. These stickers are peeling. We could definitely fix this without a doubt. And yeah, that's it. So let's clean this puppy up so we can start working on this thing, and we'll go from there. 'Cause then when we're done with it, we can see what kind of condition this thing is. Because then once it's done, right, we could actually see what kind of condition this is in, and if you need to do some paint work or not. Alright, so this is actually in really good shape after we did a little wash on it. I'm going to end up doing just a little bit of paint work on it, just to really make this thing the way it really should be. The wheels are going to get blacked out. I'm not sure what I want to do with this. I might just leave this. And we're definitely going to take care of some deep scratches on the side and some rust on the auger housing. But look at this here. They just twisted one. Now this I saw. And that really didn't, bother me, because we just need to put this thing back the way it was. Now, while cleaning it, I found this. This is the original. I don't know how they got mangled, but this is how it should look. These are hitch points. I'm gonna cut this out. I'm just going to replace this. So, and just line these up. Actually, I need a bigger one. Hold on, let me get the next one. So Harbor Freight sells an assortment of these in a kit. And these are very good to have, because a lot of the wheels and stuff like that are, and a few other odds and ends are held on. Oh look, this one's missing too. Look at that. Look at this guy again. This thing's missing a couple of them. Now sometimes people catch on to these things and sometimes people don't, but these are like pennies on the dollar, and I'm also putting my name on this machine, so I have to fix that. I want to fix that, because if this is my machine, that would just bother the heck out of me. No doubt about it. I'd be losing sleep. Nah, I would just be in paroxysms over this thing. So I'm just stretching out this clip. Let's get this out of the way. Doesn't end up in one of our tires. So we have to go to the next house here. Let's see if this fits, because now we got to put two of these on. Alright, so this one we got to stretch. You're out of here?
So quick I called, it was the last of the ones they had. So they were very nice. They didn't charge me. And they're sending me a $15 gift card for like the fact that I'm a teacher and it's the last of their quantity. And the truth is, out of the 5 of them, I could make 3 definitely work. And I really just need 1 more of them. The thing is, it's the kind of metal like that every time you go to bend it, the paint chips off of it. So I'm almost thinking if I could bend it back into shape, I could take like maybe your heavy duty black spray paint.
Yeah, we'll just paint it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And I have a lime green one at work. That worst case, we could spray paint that one, you know. They were very, very, very nice. I think. The girl on the phone had a daughter going to kindergarten. I think she was down in Oklahoma. So she felt so bad that they didn't have it. And she said that basically what she thought happened was because it was the last of them, that they probably just gave me whatever was left in the stock room. And she goes, usually that means like all the returns, the rejects, like whatever's left, you know.
Alright, so we got that going. Now we got to take care of this one here. Like I said, you'll never notice it. That's just going to bother me. So let's unbother this. So check this out. You want to know how hot it is? You can hear the cicadas. Heard this thing fall from the sky. See the big old eyes on this? I know these, if you guys see the oh shit! Alright. Back to filming. Alright, so we're done here as far as getting this in. Have to trim this clip down so it doesn't hit. And as you guys can see, right there, it's been hitting. Here, this isn't aligned. And I don't want to start drilling stuff out. So I just put a thicker thing than wire in there. Alright? So, since the machine is hot, I'm going to use this as, we're going to start servicing this. Alright? We're going to convert it to royal purple. And, grease it and, just put it through its paces. And then while we're doing that, we're going to restyle the machine. Wheels are going to go black. Alright? So I'm going to put this thing in its service position. Which is what we like to call it. That's basically, I'm going to tilt this thing up here. That means you get our power wash. It's still good. But, tilt it forward, like so. Here is the service position. You can still see the dirt on this thing. Jesus, how did I miss all this? Oh, it's under the machine. Let's give this a quick blast. You see that? It's all. So we got to go through all that rust. There's rusty underneath the car. This is just from sitting in the shed. All this rust. No big deal. We'll pull the wheels off, pull the belly pan, and we'll start painting. Alright, so pretty simple. We're going to zip off these wheels. Alright. M12 stubby, 1/2 inch. Off she goes. That's a little hot. Check this out. See what happens when you don't pull stuff off? Look at that. You can see that rust. Golly. Alright, so now we're going to zip off this belly pan. Alright. Oh, I got to fire up my compressor. These are 3/8 bolts. belly pan is exposed. Right? Oh, yeah. Look at this. Holy hell. Look at this. Jesus. This is nasty. Look at this, just from freaking sitting. Just from sitting. This had to be sitting outside. She definitely didn't have this sitting in her shed the whole time. But her shed was rotted. You know what I mean? There was openings. I probably should not be doing this with no gloves on, but whatever. I grew up in the 80s and 90s. We were drinking out of water fountains. If I've survived that, I can survive all of this. Jesus. Alright, so you know what? While we're in here, let's talk snowblowers, right? Let's talk about how things work. Because to understand how things work is how you go about fixing things. Now everything works on this machine, but I figure while we're in here, let's take the opportunity to talk. Let me see. Oh, you know what? I'll use my extension. Alright. Let's take a look at these. So, what happens is, you shift gears, right? And the friction disc moves. I call this a clutch for people, so they understand how a car works. Clutch, flywheel. So the clutch moves up and down to which gear you want to go into, and it locks into here. Obviously, the closer you get and the further away you're at dictates your speed, forward and reverse. Okay? Now because this is always spinning, right? Once you lock that wheel in, this is going to go down, the clutch is going to hit the flywheel, and now it's going to start spinning the wheels. You see that here? Spins this big sprocket, spins these wheels. So, if you ever have any drivability issues and your belt is good, you know your belt is good, start looking around here. Common problems I see is from lack of maintenance. See, this moves back and forth as I shift gears, right? We're supposed to grease that. See how that moves? We're supposed to grease that so it doesn't get stuck. And the same thing here. No chain drives, which is good, so it's just basically sprocket and wheel. So, also another good thing too, if you're not driving, this is a clutch. This wears down your friction disc. So you can always adjust this. There's an adjustment to make, so you can bring this closer. But this thing freaking runs and drives and blows just like it should. So we're going to leave it. So we're just going to grease everything. We're going to grease this here, grease this sprocket, grease that there. Give a couple squirts of oil because this stuff is a little nasty. And wrap this up and start painting. Alright, so we're just going to do a light dab of grease, right? And just work it around. Now as you spin the shaft, it moves. Just lubricate the whole shaft. That's it. Nice and easy. Okay. You can also spread it around the sprocket. See that? Now we have a good coat. Shift the gear to the other side. Down, moves it over. And now this is exposed. We'll just do the same thing. Right? Don't go crazy with the grease because if it gets in on the flywheel, you're not going to be driving. So just a light, generous coat, that's all you need. Because remember, you're going to be doing this every year. So, there's no surprises. Alright? Now just move it back and forth. That's that. Okay? Then, we're going to take just a little bit of grease, and we're just going to run this on the teeth of the sprocket. That's it. In between the grooves. Metal on metal is inevitable, but it's never good. We just spin it. You see how the grease works itself around the sprocket? That's it. So I just like to see a little bit of grease on every sprocket too. And that means we're good. It's going to look like little strings of cheese. Once you see that on the gears, you're lubricated, baby. Now just give this a little quick wipe down. And you see the rubber? We should clean that off. A little brake clean, all right? And some elbow grease. Now there are people that, because this is a smooth surface, I've seen them sand and give this a rough bite to it because they're having traction issues. Now if you guys see my other videos of my custom and monster Ariens 11/28, I've never had that issue. So I can't vouch for that method. Just like anything else, I feel like it's just gonna chew through the friction disc / clutch a little bit quicker. Now the clutches are cheap, they're like 11, 12 bucks. So it's not too bad. And I think if you guys, yeah, I did run for you guys. Every machine is different. But if you guys watch my Snowtech Ariens video, I show you how to replace a flywheel. It's gonna be different on this machine, but the concept is still the same. Alright, that's that. Just gonna switch some oil a couple of things. Move on. Alright. See that? Oil here. These are just the springs, right? But I want to oil them because guess what? They look a little wet from sitting. And that is it. Do a little there. But then we got to remember, because this is lubricant, got to make sure this doesn't get on the flywheel, which it did, which is fine. I'm going to fold this again. Here's our belt. No cracks, nothing. That's in good shape. So if this is in good shape, the dry belt should be good too. So let's put this cover back on, and while we're here, we're going to start some paint work. This is nasty. Ooh, ooh. Now, I'm like 50-50 on cleaning the belly pan, because what happens is, now let's clean it. If it's oil and grime, that keeps away the rust and stuff from taking over the machine. So, okay. Just going to push this cover in. That's it, we're lined up. Let's get some anti-seize in there, because remember, this is going to be at the bottom of the snowblower sitting in snow. Hopefully not, but you know, it's going to happen. You guys are going to get all honky-dory and think that this thing could blow anything and everything in its path. So we're just going to stick some anti-seize in there. So the next time you guys service it, which should be every 25 hours or every year, even though I put Royal Purple synthetic oil in my machines, you want to hear something funny? Because I run my machines commercially for not even 25 hours, you know, just after a long day of snow blowing, 10, 12, 14 hours, I change the oil. Guess what? Oil is cheap, even though I'm using Royal Purple. It's a hell of a lot cheaper than engine for sure. So I like to do that little extra step. You notice, see, I'm starting it by hand. set. Alright, so we're gonna wipe this down. Like I said, we're gonna do some painting. And then as we work on the machine, technically, it should dry. This nastiness has to go. Alright. Alright, so nothing crazy. Just the Harbor Freight die grinder with the wire wheel. Now over here, Patate's Performance, we encourage PPE, personal protection equipment, eyes, ears. I only have one set of ears, only one set of eyes. And then we can start going to work. See, take you guys out. Just knocking down the rust. That's it. Gonna hit it with some light coats of paint. On to the next one. So I got my favorite paint. These are nice and thick. It's a primer, it's a normal one can. Really big fan of this. You guys subscribe to my page. Alright, see the ball moving around? You know we're good. So just we do the 3 coats. Just gonna spray light. Now sometimes customers or potential buyers will pick up the machine. Sometimes they don't. And the handful of times this has happened, well, the first time it happened, I wasn't ready for it. So now, every machine that I sell, I'm ready. Will not find any rust on the bottom of the machine. Just like that. The machine's looking good. We'll do the tires too. Now because remember I said I was going to order tire chains. These black wheels really going to make these tire chains pop. And visually enhance the machine. Same thing, same concept. Spin the wheel. Now usually I don't do this if the machine is a different color. Since it's black, I don't care about the overspray. Remember, what we do to one side, we must do to the other, right? So we will spin, spin, spin. I'll do the inside too. at that. Looking better already. Now we are going to paint part of the chute box, but we'll wait. So I'm going to do 3 coats just like this. Now, I let it dry 10 minutes in between each coat. On the 3rd coat, we don't touch it. See you later, love you, bye. So remember this sticker was peeling? So as I was power washing it, it came off. No big deal. So we're going to put this back on. I'm going to show you how we're going to save this sticker. Alright, stick it on there. Let me get a little heat going. This was another garage sale find from my wife. Even though sometimes it's going to shrink, which is whatever, we'll at least iron it out and give me and reactivate the glue sometimes. You see that? Get that out of it. Sticker's back. Went from peeling to nothing. Now, if it's still peeling, which you can see here, and here it still is, we're just going to glue some clear silicone. See that? Just peel up the sticker. There you go. And just apply. This is starting to come up over there, which is fine. Get some more silicone. Multiply. Can't touch this. Okay. This part was coming up too. No big deal. Nice coat. You get a red. Just wipe off the excess glue like it was never there. Now if the sticker starts to peel back up, which is not happening, right, you'd put some weight on here. Alright, so we're back. Took a break for lunch and let the paint dry and ended up passing out. I took a little nap. I can't even tell you how long, so let's just see. It's still a little tacky, it's a little humid, but that's okay. We're gonna let that go. God, I just kind of almost forgot where I left off. Let's see, we painted, we serviced it. Now we're gonna work on changing the oil. We already inspected the belts from the bottom, but you know, let's pull the belt cover off. Let's see what we got going on. So let me just make some space and we'll get this thing going. You know what? I think we're gonna continue with the paint work on this issue, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to give some drying time for the paint work. To stop to modify the impeller, stop to clean out the carburetor, and we'll change some more. Right? That'll be the game plan. Alright, so let's remove these skid shoes. Right? Half inch or 13 millimeter. And remember, you got to support these from behind because these are carriage bolts as well. See? Poly, plastic. So, really cool feature. I personally run metal skids because that's what came with the machine. And if you guys watch my videos, I don't run any type of metal skids. I run Arrma skids. And they do make a polymer version, but call me old school. I like metal. And on top of that, when I do snow removal, believe it or not, I was having a chat with a random guy on Facebook who messaged me he didn't even want to buy my errands. He was just asking me questions about it, and we had a little chat. And I don't believe, and I don't understand why people are obsessed with seeing blacktop. As soon as they see their driveway, they think that their snow blowing removal duties are done. To me, that's absurd. A lot of stress on the machine per se. You go through scraping bars. And if you're not going through scraping bars and you're not paying attention, guess what? You're eating right through the auger housing. And if you guys watch on my 420cc areas, that's exactly what that guy did. That crazy guy ate right through the goddamn thing. You know? Completely unnecessary. You know what I mean? For no reason. Because he wasn't paying attention. His priority was, I guess, to see blacktop. You know what I mean? And those customarians, they are not a cheap machine, and they're very hard to come by. So I will love those till the end of time. And you should too. Alright. So now that we're in here, right, we're just going to get a good rendition. I'm just wiping everything down. I mean, realistically, it's kind of bad. I missed a lot. When I was spraying inside. No, that's not the pressure washer. That's all on me. 110% that's on. Just get you inside here. See this? It's like it's like I'm rushing in it. Just can't believe I missed all this. I usually never do. I'm pretty good. Stuff like this. See this? It's just rust. Yeah, remember I said I wasn't sure if I was going to paint, inside the auger housing? We definitely got it. We definitely. Especially on a cheap machine like this. How about this? This machine isn't cheap. I think online, if I remember correctly, this machine is like almost $1,000. Why would anybody pay that? Whoops, I'm off camera. It's beyond me. I see myself in Ariens make smaller snow blowers, like a 24. You can get those for less than $1,000. Oof, this is bad. This is real bad. Squirting oil. So I think I'm going to end up taking a wire wheel to all this. This is probably going to be done off camera. This is not a lot, but I was trying to do a couple of things today, and this kind of messes me up. So in the meantime, I get my PPE on, and we're going to do some paint work on this auger housing. Forget the inside. I'll do that another day. I really wanted to do the inside. I'm sorry, the outside. So let's switch to our dry grinder. Where's the Google? Alright, I'm just going to touch over some of the... Oh shit. Alright, so we're going to spray the auger housing. If you guys see, look. Just where it was bubbling, I took it down to bare metal. And I did it on both sides. I'm not going to show you both, but... We'll get the paint. Don't worry about the two colors, because like I said, see when I power wash the machine first, one to get everything up, and then two, you can get a good idea of what this machine is going to look like once it's all, you know, painted. Shined up. You're going to have one crazy, uniform colored machine. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. So you guys get a good view of this. Because even though the machine ultimately is going to be 2 shades of black, everything's just going to be fine. Okay? Alright, so while the paint's drying, per se, let's talk about why this thing is surging and how we're going to rectify that. We don't even need to clean the carburetor, right? And the crazy part is, I don't know if somebody was in here, okay, or not, because it's missing a screw. So it could have improper assembly, right? Or someone was in here. I don't know. But it's missing, so you have to rectify that. It's right there. It's not like we can't hide. So let's pull off the belt cover. Let's inspect the belts. Because once I pull the belt cover off, I could probably... No, that's in there. Alright, we'll figure something out. Let's get this belt cover off. Alright, so the belt cover is just simple 3/8 screws on each side. Okay, there's one. I'm going to go on the other side and I'm going to take off the other one. Okay? I'm not going to drape you guys. You can get a good idea of what's going on. Alright, belt covers off. Belts are still in good shape. I'll show you. You can still see the writing on them. No cracking. No fraying. This is a nice, beautiful cog belt. It even tells you 754-04050 on the belt. And let's see if there's even any room for adjustments. We're still good. So this is crazy. See, in order for me to access the housing cover, these bolts have to come out. And then I could pull off this cover. We're not going to do that. That's a lot of work. We're going to pass on that. I'll show you guys a little secret. Right, so when these machines surge, right, people think, respectfully, that these need a carburetor cleaner, right? You guys are probably just looking at me right now. But that's a great guess. And most likely you're right. But what you really need to do There's an idle jet in here. That's the problem. We need to expose that. So let's expose that idle jet. Are these 10mm? Yep. Sure, I should know better. So that's kind of like one of my pet peeves. I'm going on a little rant. Assembled in the USA with Global Components. That's where you get the mixture of metric and standard screws. But it is what it is. Alright, so we zap those 10mm off. We just need to expose this jet. And I have a carburetor off the machine that I could show you exactly what I'm doing. Alright? No secrets. Alright, so there's some 10mm screws right here we're going to remove. Too tight for a socket, so you got to get a wrench. I'm using a gear wrench. Whoops. Or kind of just see how it ratchets. How dirty it is inside this machine. Am I doing this? I just told you guys, I already tied it up to this. I'm doing nothing to that. Alright, see, here we go. Let me go get the screw that fell. Alright, we got these screws off. Let's see if we could finagle this cover off. Now remember, we just glued these stickers on. God, I wasn't thinking ahead. But they see they're on there pretty good. So let's just try and see if we could expose the carburetor. Just a little bit. I know what I'm looking at. I'm going to show you guys on another carburetor what exactly I'm doing. Right? We will definitely get this done. Yeah, that's all I need to hopefully get this done. Alright, so bear with me as I take care of this, and I'll show you on a carburetor close up what I'm doing. So you're going to see basically a D-ring plastic screw. Like I said, I'm going to show you guys, and I'm just unscrewing it by hand. Alright, I'm removing the idle jet. Now you can't get mad at me for this step. You know you can get mad at? Cala effing Formula. Those retards have all these stupid strict emission rules for no reason. So this screw holds down the idle jet. Now we're going to use a big flat tip, and we're just going to pry it up. Now you want to hear something funny? In the winter time, like I have a little plethora of these jets, because before then, I used to clean these out, right? And I could never get them to run right. And then I was online, and I was talking to a guy about how much I hate these carburetors. I don't even clean them. All I do is replace them, because there have been so many times that I have replaced these carburetors, and guess what? I mean, clean them, and amounted to nothing. Complete waste of my I don't think I did. I think this thing just rolled someplace. Shoot. What was that? Ah, there you are. This is our problem child. Right here. This idle jet. See that? Problema. Alright, so this is your carburetor. Let's get you guys out in some daylight. Okay? This is the D I was talking about. You unscrew this, right? This comes out. And then this right here, pop this out. And this is what you get. Right? So now we're going to have to drill this out. So what I like to do is get thin pick, stick it in this hole, because sometimes you're going to push the jet up by mistake. And just start drilling. And you're just going to see the brass come out. See, I have low battery. Little bastards. Alright, let me switch to the battery. Alright. Good battery. Real tiny thin drill bit. So let's see if we went through. Can we see my pick? Alright. Let's try. And you see how I pushed the jet up a little bit? So we'll undo the screw, expose a little bit more, right? And then this is why I stick the pick in here, to keep this jet down. See, I'm just going to push that jet back in with the pick. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's going to be tough. But, you know, use your, remember, mechanical instinct to get a grip and overcome the situation. You see how I use the pick? It's back in there. Let's go. Alright. Pull the pick out and let's see if we could break through the jet. You'll know exactly. Oh, we did. You want to know how I know we broke through the jet? You could see it right through this hole. Alright, so we're going to go back in here. Remember, this can only go one way, per se. So, don't freak out, right? Like I said, use your mechanical instinct. And watch on the other carburetor. You could put it in how I had it too. Right? Now the reason why I'm not showing you how to completely take apart this carburetor, because it's not necessary. I'm trying to save you guys time and money. Needle nose just like that, because it's flat. Just need to just get it in the hole, and then we could just push down and move it to the side it needs to be on. And that's it. have a good push down. All right, then we're going to get our black screw. And remember when you put this in to be careful because the screw is plastic and the carburetor is metal. We're going to strip the screw before anything else. Come on. Now if anybody knows the part number, they have the correct screw for that, I want it. As I said, it's just a really big dig. If anybody knows what this is, and where I could buy the appropriate tool, I will take it, comment, help me out. I'm just using an oversized Torx. Alright, now that we're in, let's see if you rectified the issue. Priming it, start, low choke. I never even tested the electric start out on this. Probably now is a good time. You know what? I never even checked to see if the light works too. It's all fixed. Fantastic. Alright, so let's put this back together. Start with these carburetor bolts. Just push that cap back in. Alright. We're making some real good progress. If you're not excited, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I'm not excited, I'm just moving along. My goal was to kind of have this machine done today and put into storage, but because of the inside of that chute housing, it's not the case. My wife and I are celebrating, I think, our 5 or 6 year anniversary. So I don't know if it's 5 or 6, but Facebook will tell me. And we're going away. That's what she wants. That's what she gets. She deserves it. She definitely earns it. And I don't want to say that I'm not romantic or anything like that. I didn't plan it. She did. I'm okay. Because my wife and I are grateful to be at the point that, you know, within reason, whatever she wants, she gets. And she wants to go away. I'm more than happy. Because she really doesn't ask for a lot. So, do that. I mean, heck, the only reason why I started this YouTube channel is to help. I mean, how about this? The whole purpose of this is, you know, basically my wife and I are going through IVF. And if anybody knows IVF, it's expensive. So we'll do that. And shout outs to Henry over Mowers and Blowers. He's right around the block from me. You know, he kind of opened my eyes to YouTube per se. And I could thank him too. You could subscribe to his channel. I'll see if I could put in a link. If not, he'll definitely be in subscription. But he started well before me. Like I said, there's a lot of money in this industry, in this field. There's plenty to go around. Plenty. And there's also plenty to save. Right? A lot of this stuff I'm showing you how to do is for a reason. To do it yourself. Save you some money. And if you're more inclined, you have a couple of goals, you want to take care of a few things financially, you could start doing this for other people. Flipping and fixing, baby. That's what this page is. That's what I'm always doing. I'm always flipping and I'm always fixing. Sometimes I get lucky, I get stuff for free. And sometimes I gotta pay. Right? But just like in anything, you know, when you start, you really can't say this is a business, right? But when you start something, you have to invest something. Tools, time, machine, parts, you know? So this is where we're at. We're investing. I'm not on this machine. Well, we are. We order tire chains for it. But, you know, if you guys watch my channel, some of these machines I pay for. You know, how many things can you find for free, right? There are people like Henry and Mowers and Blowers, who's older than me. Even though he doesn't look it, right? Joking, right? He's retired, respectively. He's earned that right. So he could sit, you know, on Facebook and Craigslist and all these other sites that he goes onto and get all the free stuff while the young guns, like me, are working. So, you know, that's that. And plus, the reason why I had to pay for the last machine, because Henry has an ace in a hole, right? Henry has Frank the UPS guy who stops by my house, right? He tells Henry if he sees something on the road exactly where it is. Shoots Henry a quick text, and Henry knows where to go. So that's why I didn't want them to put that snowblower to the curb. Because Frank would have saw it, probably, and he would have told Henry. And then Henry would have gone and grabbed it. And then Henry would be making a YouTube video instead of me. But it is what it is. It's healthy competition. You know, you know what? I can't use the word for competition. It is what it is. It's good old clean fun. So now we're good. Alright, so let's put this back together. And that's it. Now we're going to change the oil on this thing. Even though the oil is clean, we're going to convert this puppy to royal purple. Alright, so we'll let this thing run for about 10 minutes, get this thing nice and hot, and we'll go from there. And I'm not sure. No, it just got kind of nasty.